I just meant it was kind of odd.
Says the guy who hired me to do this. He wanted every surface around his house free of dirt and dust, including the road.
That pony must really dislike dirt.
And I've been out here for the past 5 hours. Every time it starts looking clean, a breeze or a crowd comes by, forcing me to start all over.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Don't be. It's mainly by the hour.
So, about the noise in the clubhouse. I don't suppose I could go in and have a look?
Sorry, Twilight, but the clubhouse is for official Crusader business only. No adult ponies allowed. Except Applejack, sometimes, since she owns the farm and everything.
Applebloom, help me out here.
Oh, it's alright, Sweetie Belle. I've made Twi here an honorary Cutie Mark Crusader for today.
But she has a cutie mark.
I know! That's what makes her honorary. Duh!
Oh, okay then. Welcome to our clubhouse, honorary cutie mark Crusader.
Thanks, Sweetie Belle. I have to say, Applebloom, you did one heck of a job fixing up this clubhouse. Have you done, anything more like that since then?
You kidding, Twi? I don't have time to do any boring stuff like fixing things up. I've got crusading to do and cutie marks to find.
Worth a shot, I suppose.
Applebloom! I thought I told you not to let any non-Crusaders in here! Oh, don't you worry about that, Scootaloo. I made Twi here an honorary Crusader for today. You what? Ugh, Applebloom, that's not something you just do on your own. Oh, but she found your ribbon. Ain't it worth something? She did? Really? Really?
Yes, I did.
Oh, give it here!
Hold your horses there, Scootaloo. First, I have a few things to ask about, if I may.
Ugh, really, Twilight?
You want this ribbon back, right?
Fine, make it quick!
Scootaloo, I have to ask you about last night.
Oh, last night?
Yes, last night. Or more specifically, where you were last night.
I don't know what you're talking about, Twilight.
Oh, I think you do, Scootaloo. I've already talked to Applebloom about some of it.
Applebloom? What? Ugh. What did she say, Twilight?
I know that you three were around town square. So perhaps we should start there.
Is everything alright, Twilight?
Well, yes. It's just that right around here is usually when...
Hi!
Right on schedule.
Oh my gosh, Twilight, this is exciting! You finally come across a confrontation!
Uh-huh.
Now, these are a whole lot like interrogations, except they're longer and cooler! This time, when you totally present some evidence and show that pony who's boss, they may just keep on coming. They're not gonna give in right away, That wouldn't be any fun.
Oh no, it'd be so terrible if some pony around here actually just told me something.
Basically, you're gonna soon enough see multiple topics, and you gotta bring each of them to a conclusion before you finally get to the bottom of things. Kind of like how you gotta get to the middle of a jelly donut to get to the sweet filling.
Well, I can do that.
But uh-oh! Here's the part that might make you all frowny wowny. If you present the wrong evidence too many times, well, then it's all over, Buster. That pony's never gonna tell you anything.
But wait, what? What do I do then?
Oh, well then you just start over.
Start over?
Well, yeah. You just try again from the screen, and the confrontation will start back over like nothing ever happened.
Pinky, I don't think conversations work that way.
It's like she doesn't even know this is a video game. Well, good luck! I'm rooting for you. Is she always like that?
Yes. Yes, she is.
Oh, one other thing. You also can't leave or save the game once a confrontation starts.
Wait, what?
But don't worry. You can't start them when you don't have everything you need. Super convenient, right? Well, maybe not as convenient as if they just tell you everything at the start, but that'd be no fun at all. Okie dokie Loki. Now that's everything. Bye!
I have everything I need for this? Well, that's a start, I guess. But now it's time to put everything together. Anyways, Scootaloo, about last night and your comedy routine.
It was supposed to be a secret. But yeah, we did a comedy routine for Rarity's birthday. I imagine you already heard that much from Apple Blabbermouth. We started pretty late in the evening around Town Square, so we could be there when there weren't any ponies around. Just a minute.
That's what happened when you started. What happened after you started? Were you just working on that routine? Nothing else?
Well, yeah. Can't say we did much else.
Can't see much out of place, so... All right.
After we got started, we got into our routine pretty heavily. Heck, we were working on it non-stop until we called it a night.
Wait a second. Not entirely non-stop, I'm afraid.
Huh?
I happen to know that you three took a break part of the way through your practice session. And I also happen to know that neither Apple Bloom nor Sweetie Belle knew where you were during that time.
Apple Bloom!
Sorry, Scootaloo.
Well, what about it?
Huh?
Maybe we did take a break and I went off somewhere else. What about it? Doesn't mean anything. It's not like you know where I was.
How's this? Actually, I think I have a pretty good idea of where you were.
What? How?
I talked to Rarity earlier and learned that she witnessed an orange and purple pony running out the door after she discovered her home had been ransacked and her prized jewels stolen. And I also found part of this ribbon just outside the window to her boutique. Not to mention there were tire tracks that looked suspiciously like your scooter's, leading directly to that window. Sounding familiar yet, Scootaloo?
Well... Actually, no! Can't say it is!
What?
Come on, Twilight! None of that points to me! Listen to yourself! I jumped through her window to break in? I mean, that's gonna hurt! Not to mention make a lot of noise! And why in the world would I steal anything from some pony whose sister I'm friends with? That makes... All you've got is circumstantial evidence!
I don't know whether to be annoyed by her stubbornness or impressed by the fact that she correctly used the phrase circumstantial evidence in a sentence. Stay cool, Twilight. You already know what you need here. You just need to find ways to prove it to her.
Honestly, Twilight, I can't believe this! You're accusing me of stealing from my best friend's sister? What's gotten into you? Give me one good reason why I'd steal from her. No, not even just from her. From any pony! Wait a second.
Alright.
Alright, what?
I can, in fact, provide a motive for why you'd want to steal Rarity's prize jewel.
Uh-huh.
Scootaloo, I know that a short while ago, Rainbow Dash gave you a very special ribbon of hers and told you a few choice words. Among those, however, was the instruction that you should do something very daring for you and your friends. I trust you know where I'm going with this. If you really did do a bold heist of Rarity's boutique in the middle of the night to steal her most precious jewel...
What? No, Twilight, no! You got it all wrong! That wasn't it at all! After she said that, I started practicing scooter tricks, not theft! Stealing things from ponies is so uncool, Twilight. I never! You remember those tricks that Rainbow Dash did at the Best Young Flyer competition, right? I had to try one of those out! Of course I can't fly, so, well, I kinda have to make do with what I can do. You remember that trick where she spun clouds around, right? So awesome! Well, not as awesome as the Sonic Rain Boom, of course, but I figured, maybe I'd work up to that. The Carousel Boutique's nice and round, so I've been practicing going around it at top speed. I'm getting pretty good at it. Anyway, the point is, that was not what I had in mind when she gave me that advice. At all.
Alright, Scootaloo. I believe you.
Come on, Twilight! Even you have to admit that the story you're telling here sounds awfully far-fetched. Twilight, quit wasting...
Come on, Twilight.
Come on, Twilight! Even you have to admit that the story you're telling here sounds awfully far-fetched. First, there's the window itself. I mean, really, Twilight? You're going to claim that I rolled directly towards the window and crashed through it? Why in the hoof would I do that? Second, if all that Rarity said was what color the pony was, then that could have been any pony. We're pretty colorful, you know. Unless you have evidence that only I could have fit that description. Really, this is some pretty darn weak evidence, Twilight. I don't know what you did to make the others talk, but if this is your best, I'm not impressed.
I don't think I'm gonna get anywhere here without some solid evidence. I must be able to answer one of these questions she's asking. But the question is, which?
Come on, Twilight! Even you have to admit that the story you're telling here sounds awfully far-fetched. First, there's the window itself. I mean, really, Twilight? You're going to claim that I rolled directly towards the window and crashed through it? Why in the hoof would I do that?
I know it sounds far-fetched, Scootaloo.
Twilight,
Come on,
first, there's the window itself. I mean, really, Twilight? You're going to claim that I rolled directly towards the window and crashed through it? Why in the hoof would I do that? Wait a second.
No. Actually, I'm not gonna claim that you rode directly towards the window, because that's not what happened.
Well, then what?
You said it yourself. You've been practicing going around the Carousel Boutique at top speed, right?
Yeah.
What do you think might happen if, say, Opalescence were to suddenly be in the way? We did find her hair near the tire marks after all. You'd have to swerve pretty hard to avoid hitting her, right? Hard enough that you might leave tire marks and lose control of your scooter? and then perhaps crash and be launched accidentally through the window of her boutique? Am I getting warm, Scootaloo?
Bingo! Bullseye! Can't get warmer than that. Enough already, I give!
Do you think, now, you might be willing to finally tell me what happened that night?
Apple Bloom?
I can help you, Scootaloo. I can just feel it.
Alright. No more running, hiding, or dodging. I'll just give it to you straight. Not much else to do now, right? You already know most of it, so, well, I won't bore you with those details. Yeah, I was practicing that trick. Oba got in front of me. I tried to avoid her and wham! Before I knew it, I was flying through that window. I guess the star from my ribbon got caught on something was torn off when I did. Honestly, I didn't see much when I was there. I saw some dark figures who I think got startled when I crashed through the window. They ran away pretty quickly after I did. I heard one of them trip, at which point I heard a pretty scary growl and a yelp, as well as the sound of, something getting ripped. By a claw, I guess? It didn't take me long to figure out what was going on and that I needed to get the heck out of here, so I ran as quickly as I could. And, that's about it, really. I totally forgot about the scooter when I left since I was in such a panic, so I came back and got it later.
I hadn't actually thought about what happened to your scooter until just now. Any reason you bring that up?
It's strange, Twilight. I feel like there are thousands of ponies somewhere out there, watching us, looking closely for missing information, and judging us harshly if they find any.
That's oddly specific.
Call it a filly's instinct.
Well, thanks, Scootaloo. I think it's about time I paid the Carousel Boutique a second look.
Oh, and before I forget, here's your ribbon back. Sorry to have used it as a bit of a bargaining chip.
Yeah!